Hey guys, Untitled here from Sunbros, and it's time for another hero quick look video. And today we're going to be discussing Violet. Violet is a class marksman, a role mobility finisher. As you guys can see, her constitution is pretty low to the bottom, but her attack damage is really high. Her difficulty is above average, but it really should be higher than that. She's a pretty difficult marksman to play. Violet's passive is Reload. Violet's normal attacks reduce the cooldown of tactical fire. Violet's first ability is Tactical Fire. She rolls forward, enhancing her next normal attack with extra damage and range. Additionally, the second normal attack following her roll also gets a range increase but not a damage increase. She also gets a movement speed buff for a short amount of time. With Violet's second ability, Fire in the Hole, she throws a grenade, doing damage and slowing down enemies. Violet's ultimate, Concussive Round, she shoots a concussive round at enemies and it has an AoE splash behind it. Now we're going to talk about the pros and cons of playing Violet. First, we're going to discuss her pros, the strengths that you're going to want to focus on while you're playing Violet, and the things you're going to want to avoid when you're playing against her. Number one, she has great burst damage. Violet has some of the highest burst damage in the game, and I would say number one amongst marksmen. Her damage is unlike any other, and when she gets on a roll with crits, she can do some insane damage and easily one or two shot some squishy heroes late game. Second pro, she has great mobility. Because of her tactical role, which as you guys can see from the passive can be used over and over and over again because we constantly are reducing that cooldown, and the movement speed that she gets from the tactical role, she actually has phenomenal mobility, probably one of the best among marksmen also. Last, her great range. The range increase that she gets from her first and second shot following that roll, in addition to the long range of her ultimate, Violet's range for a marksman is pretty excellent. Next, we're going to be talking about her cons or her weaknesses, things you're going to want to avoid doing when you're playing with her, or things you're going to want to exploit when playing against her. Number one con is she lacks real crowd control. Even though her second ability, Fire in the Hole, gives a 90% slow, it's pretty hard to connect with. Not impossible, but that's her only bit of crowd control, and it's pretty low for marksmen, and that's one of the reasons why most people take Frost Cape on her, to give her some additional crowd control ability. The second con for Violet is that she's pretty difficult to play. She's easy to roll the wrong direction with, easy to get caught out of position with. Because of her high mobility, a lot of players tend to get themselves in trouble using that mobility instead of using it in advantageous ways. So it's really difficult to get her down pat, as well as her damage combinations of rolling and ulting and slowing and all the things in between. Violet's a really difficult hero to play, and in my opinion, it takes a really long time to master. Now, if it seems like I'm nitpicking, it's because I am. Violet really doesn't have very many weaknesses, and she's an extremely good hero. She's probably the best marksman in the game, and most people would agree with that. Because as far as marksmen go, she has great damage, great mobility, great range. She has some crowd control, just not a lot, no hard crowd control. But she really doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. She's not especially tanky. Obviously, she's a marksman, so she's pretty squishy. But she's really the strongest marksman and one of the strongest overall heroes in the game. Guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out our other hero quick look videos. And as always, guys, I appreciate it, and till next time.